Uh, uh, Hits! Ah, damn it, it happened again. Hey guys, welcome to this review of the Reprolabels for Studio Series Leadfoot. Now, obviously, right now, he's completely barren. I just wanted to do a little before and after kind of thing. Now, obviously, as the video entails, this is a video review about the Reprolabel set for this guy. Now, the reason I bought this thing is because, well, I really love the Leadfoot figure, and although I think it's pretty much the best Leadfoot toy we've gotten, because, like, there's the Human Alliance figure that's really good, but it's still, like, not accurate all the way. We had the Dark of the Moon Deluxe that was hard to come by, and I do have one, but I understand a lot of people are like, you can't ever find it. So this is pretty good. So as a connoisseur of the Dark of the Moon Wrecker figures, this is one of my favorite toys. I honestly say, I think this might be my favorite one. However, there is a lot to be desired about it. Now, to the normal person who just collects the figures and calls it a day, this is great. This is a good look for it. But for me, it's not accurate. Many things I want to say. Obviously, there is no, like, dark gray piece here on the original. These are supposed to be Goodyear tires. The 42 right here is the wrong font. There's nothing, there's like no number on the top up here. And the original didn't have a NASCAR logo. It had so many other ones. Cottonelle, I do believe. And I understand why some of this was left behind. Maybe the licensing, not only with the NASCAR team itself, Chip Ganassi, the sponsor Target, but also the other sponsors. Also, this figure has a pretty annoying feature of, well, not feature, pretty annoying thing of the weapons never liked having him. Something I maybe will try to fix in this video. But anyway, like I said, it's not perfect, but it is almost close. Now, when they announced this figure, I sat there and said, you know what? This is awesome. But this guy desperately needs Reprolabels. And so they delivered. I got me a set, and I'm super happy about it. I wish that it was a triple pack with Roadbuster and Topspin, because in my opinion, this guy was the least needed of the Reprolabel sets. Him and Roadbuster are pretty good and have basically a great, it looks great enough. Topspin desperately needs the Reprolabels, but I'm not going to argue with this set being first because, like I said, Leadfoot is one of my favorites. So anyway, this is the car mode, like I said. Not a whole lot goes on here. Until, now this is amazing. A vast improvement. This set was made for this alt mode. Because, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the original alt mode. But this just makes it 20 times better. More accurate, not only to the movie character, but just also in general, the car itself. I don't know what I was getting at with that. But anyway, it adds so much more level of this. And first thing that just is amazing that they even did it. The gray piece up here, completely not gray anymore. Now there's some little bits of it just poking out, but I'll take what they did here. It's wonderful, like what they did here. The 42s on the side are perfect, and I love what they did, and I'm glad they did it. It's one of the few things I was hoping whenever this figure came out, that, like, I hope Reprolabels or Toyhax fixes this. It's the most minor thing to be upset, quote-unquote, about, because I wasn't really, like, pitchforks and torches towards Hasbro's house. It was just that, that's not 100%. The 42 on the top, it looks great, but I will say it was the most frustrating stickers to put on here because of the two, let me take this off real quick. How the two is and how you take it off the sheet, it was very scary. But when it's up here, it looks great. It does its job. Every little bit, and this is a nice little detail they added. The little booster back here burning the bit of the Energizer. The original never even did that. Speaking of the original, Here's the original Dark of the Moon Leadfoot in vehicle mode with this set. There are some elements that's missing from this one to this one, but they're just small little things. Like, for example, the original has this very small NASCAR race car sticker, and there's nothing like that over here. I don't blame him for not including that whatsoever. The original figure also had this, 1 second, sticker right here saying Juan Pablo Montoya. This is the driver of the original 42 car when this movie was being filmed. They don't have that sticker here, and I don't blame them for not doing it. It's just not really a needed thing. There's really not a whole lot of small stickers on this set, all things told. The smallest stickers I can really recall were these tiny little black pieces, which I didn't even realize were supposed to be here. Now, there's one thing on the original that the new set doesn't have that, for a while I was like, oh, I'm a little miffed about that didn't fix it. But then it finally hit me whenever I was transforming this guy that it's a good thing they don't have this set. And it's the Goodyear Eagle stickers. The Ultra Wreckers still are on this stickers, and honestly, I don't blame them because I don't know if you notice, this one doesn't have the Eagle sticker on it anymore. At some point in my life, transforming this back and forth, the Eagle sticker is gone. I wish I knew where it is, but I could always just order another set if I really wanted to. But I'm glad they didn't put it on this. They were really trying their best not to have too many small little stickers on this thing, and I understand why. A lot of stickers on this figure has fallen off over the years and years. There used to be these little Mountain Dew stickers on this, and it's completely gone. There's a bunch of stuff like that on these. So I don't necessarily blame them for not doing that. One thing I will say that was kind of frustrating throughout this set was this tiny, very tiny little stickers to put on the side right here. Now, the reason I say they're frustrating is because they're basically optional. Because no matter what's in the instructions, no matter on the pictures, those stickers don't exist in any pictures I could find. Now, obviously, while editing this, I find some evidence of that. I will obviously change that. But for the moment, it just kind of frustrated me that I didn't know where those went. At first, I thought they would go there, and I don't think they were. And like I said, there's no pictures of this on the Toyhax website. I'm not bad-talking Toyhax or Reprolabels about that whatsoever. Just saying it was kind of weird. I genuinely think this right here surpasses the look of this. There's, of course, things I love about this and I will never get rid of and cherish deeply. But this guy right here just does it for me. And I love it. I love the look. Everything about this figure. It's so well done. The stickers are great. And some of the stickers, even while putting them on, I was just like, oh, wow, that's cool. The only set I really didn't care for while doing this was the Gillette ones. They're broke up in half, and I understand that because this piece and this piece disconnect. This side was understandable and better to do, but this side, just I couldn't get that right. Obviously, if I put more time into it, probably could make it a lot better. But otherwise, I think this figure with this set is looking great already in its vehicle mode. But this figure is not just about the vehicle mode. Of course, there's a robot mode. How well does this set fare for that? And here we have him in his robot mode, which, you know, to be honest, all things told, there's nothing much I could change about this, like how he looks in robot mode, because it is pretty accurate, like design-wise, so, I don't care. Obviously, the NASCAR logo right there is not, accurate. Ultra, Wreckers Ultra, not accurate. Not accurate, but the one thing I do say, and it wasn't like a huge, I'm going to have a full-on rage because this is inaccurate, is that there's no 42s on the boobs. That's the best way I could say it. There's just nothing there. I mean, like I said, it's nothing like for me to be like, oh my god, why does it not have it? But it's kind of just missing there. And yeah, the back's a little barren, but otherwise I could care less, and the 42s being there, whatever. But like I said, I really don't mind it in robot mode, missing a lot of applications. But here we are in the robot mode, and I gotta say, this is one thing I'm not super happy with the set about. And this is not like a criticism on how the set was done. I'm not a criticism on anything. The target symbol is no longer really accurate anymore. Now, it does its job. It's 100% gives the convention that, like, hey, this is the target symbol on the thing, but it's not a full circle, which the original had that. And I think that's been a problem not only with this set, but the Legends Cyberverse set from the Dark of the Moon line that they no longer offer, as far as I remember. They did the same thing, but whatever. Nonetheless, this is perfect. It has now the 42s on his breast, for lack of better words, but it does add some nice little details, like these 4s here, which I don't understand how they're there. If the 42 is back here, and then the 42 is also back here, what are these about? But nonetheless, I'm not going to complain too much about it. It looks great. Now, with this, I will say, this, like I said, there's really not much this has changed, but it does change it ever so slightly. There's these nice little things up here. The legs have these nice little decals now, somewhat, but not like a whole lot. Like the back of the leg has some nice, but once again, a lot of the figure is perfectly fine in robot mode as it is. The sunglasses here were a nice little add too. I mean, you would have not noticed it unless I mentioned, hey, he has new sunglasses. But it's a really great looking figure nonetheless. And I think the robot mode didn't need a lot of changes, but what they got so far, it works, and I think it's well done. With comparison of the old Leadfoot figure, yes, it does still have the same design cues and all that, but I do say this is a major improvement over this. Here with this Leadfoot, there was a lot of reds that never matched together. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing at all. It's just that this mixes the reds better. This isn't bad. I love this figure a lot, but a lot of the design cues in this mode were once again just these little flaps here. Same thing goes for this. The big thing about this mold that just needed it was these door flaps. But they went above and beyond for this. Not really above and beyond, more like other things from other modes, but nonetheless, the design's great, and I think this is vastly superior to this guy. It pains me to say that, but it's the truth. Now, there is one little thing about this set that I've almost forgot to even mention about, and it's a very integral design change, and very important that it was added. Steeljaw gets a sticker set. Now, you might be looking at this and saying, I don't notice a difference at all. He looks the same dark gray blob with silver pipes at the back. Well, that's where you're wrong. Right here is a new sticker, and it's whatever. I mean, it was a nice little addition that they didn't have to add, but they did. So I'm not going to complain too much about it. It is kind of funny that, like, this was all, like, you know, this is all they did with this one, which is understandable. This thing is kind of small to deal with. So whatever. They didn't have to add it, but they did, and whatever, it doesn't matter. So overall, would I highly recommend the Studio Series Leadfoot Toyhax Reprolabel set? I would say so. It does its job, and I think it does it well. The robot mode doesn't have too much to add to it other than the addition of these door panels and the sunglasses and some other tiny things. But where this set really shines is in its vehicle mode. So much new stickers, so much more new things. Like I said, the original figure wasn't bad, but this adds so much more pizzazz, in a way, I guess, to say. And I would definitely say, if you ever skipped out on Dark of the Moon Leadfoot, the original one, you could just get this figure and this set, and I would say it's a better, more fun outcome. Now, granted, it's great to have the original Dark of the Moon Leadfoot, but I think this does its job. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a good day.